Hi everyone. Just was getting rid of some notifications. So I have some stuff that I've come to understand, and I feel like my guides, like this. I've been watching this. Uh, it's Nada So Taro. She's really good, and I found it interesting because whenever something just pulls up on my phone and it wasn't made intentionally by me. I always kind of just listen because my spirit guides tend to do that. And this is one of those times where my spirit guide pulled up this video. And so I got the urge to watch it from the beginning to end. And one of the main things is I just never realized this or fully understood. Not that I never realized, I just never fully understood um, my life. I know and they know that they could just make things happen like that, right? Gods, goddesses, angels, all that. They are very high vibrational, powerful, primal energies and archetypes, if you will. And so they could do like that, right? But for me, I guess I never really fully understood that the reason why they did not do that where they could manifest things like that and they wanted me to work towards them in order to build confidence, a belief in myself instead of doubting myself every step of the way, to feeling acceptance and all those good energies, right? I mean, not just good, they're not good energies, they're just energies that I wanted to integrate. And I've noticed that a lot of times I meditate on different parts of my body that have pain, emotional pain. And I've noticed that when I go into the dream state lately, these past month, this whole month actually, I've been really going deep within, and it's like I'm conscious. But instead of choosing the negative representation, I go the opposite way and choose a different path. And so I found it very interesting that I've been doing a lot of those kind of dreams lately because I do know the difference from just visions to just myself and my inner brain working stuff out. And in this case, it's just my brain working stuff out. And then I've noticed that. So, for example, this is something that I'm coming to terms with. My guides, I love you guys. I want to say first off, I'm grateful for the patience, all the patience, because I know I'm not, I'm not like patient, and so, hard work requires patience, and I just never really came to that understanding until recently. These past few days have really opened my eyes. I've been doing a lot of meditation, um, where I have felt will come to understand it. It's still being fully understood. I'm registering it. But, for example, my house that I'm making payments on, that both takes hard work and dedication and managing my finances. That's going to require me not to spend money. So I can see how my spirit guides are helping me with my spending problem, like I asked. I can see how they're helping me be patient for this tiny home to fully be paid off. And then I can also see how they want me to be patient, not patient, but hard work, like putting in the work um, to um, every month to be on top of it. I found that to be very, very interesting. And then also the same thing for my job as a cheerleader out on the streets. I noticed that I realized, like they have friends who work at different stores, and they have slow days, and I call slow days when there's not like a whole lot of customers, and then they have those fast days when there's a bunch of customers coming in, right? And in this case, I just have a booth. I don't have a physical store location, but I do have a booth that I set up. And I was just got told to set up tomorrow, so I'm gonna set up tomorrow in the morning. Got it. Um, because I realized. Well, let me give you kind of some background. Is I first would get so upset, man. I come out here every day, blah blah blah, you know, just being negative and depressed, and then I get spiraled downward. And I realized, after when I made this epiphany that I realized that me being out there is a test. It's to help me, to test me, and to help me fully understand that if I cannot be okay and be okay with being in the present moment where we have those slow days and those fast days. I hope I'm explaining this right. Like if I cannot be okay without a storefront and I have those slow days and those fast days, what they're like, in a sense, they're like, they explained to me is like, what makes you think you'll be successful with the storefront? You're still going to have the same results, whether you're in a storefront or whether you're in. Yeah, okay, all day. Okay, sorry. Ooh, that was just a weird spirit. It was like pop, and I felt like pay attention, and so like, oops. I don't know if that was teacher. But I don't think he'd be that aggressive. Oh, mm, sorry. Mm. So as I was saying, um, I'm gonna transmute this energy because even though I understand your intentions, they were still in a anger, frustration, but I'm going to give you love and patience instead and just calmness. Anyways, what I was saying was with the store, like if I can't handle being outside, being in a booth, and having those slow days and fast days, they were like, what makes you think you'll do any better in the store? Right? And so with that being said, it's not like there's I mean, yeah, a storefront is nice, but my the point was like basically on how I handle those kind of days when you have those fast days when there's a lot of customers and those slow days where there are not so many customers. Um, on my YouTube channel recording. Um, my um um I will send you a link when I am done. So another thing that they wanted me to realize is that I've noticed that ever since I come to that understanding of um in my life where how do I want to explain this? Because I want to explain this in as best as I can. Um, where I've noticed where um, as far as it's really more with the mind, and what they're trying to do was to I guess the one of my guys just said peace of mind. Whether it's a slow day or it's a fast day, I think they in a sense they just want me to have peace of mind and to know that it's okay, to know that everything's exactly like harmony with the universe. Um, we um so I think in a way they were just trying to get my mind out of, and like because I have the good days, they're great, right? Where there's a lot of customers. But what really got me down and dark and depressed um was really the aspect when there would be those slow days and I'd spiral out of control and I just would manifest a lot of negativity. So in a sense, I was creating my own sword and stabbing myself, right? Um, this looks like Playboy. Sorry, block user. I'm sorry. I just don't the vibes. I've been getting like a lot of. It's so weird. It's so weird. I've been getting a lot of people like this dating app that I have. A lot of them are really sexual energies and stuff. I don't really when I look at certain and people, I just block or I don't block. I don't know. I just use my intuition now when it comes to dating. If I look and I feel something that I don't like, you just got, you know. Um. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, I'll talk about that too because that's something very interesting. So, one other thing that I want to, uh, where was I going with this? So it's like when I was stabbing myself, when these dark, like these slow days would happen. And so, in a way, I am learning, I am becoming peace of mind, accepting and being okay with what is. Because there's nothing, I keep reminding myself, I can't be mad. If, say, someone punched me for no reason, I can't get mad. And I'll tell you why. It's better to instead love instead of being angry and upset because you can't prevent them for how they feel. In a sense, when you act in anger and upset because they punched you for no reason, you're really saying, oh, you can't feel that way and just punch me for no reason. You're basically silencing their voice energetically. That's how I see it, anyway. So if someone was to punch me for no reason, I might inquire and say, what was that for? And if they say no reason, I can't get upset because that's in a way, if I get upset and angry, it's like me telling their soul, oh, you can't do that to me, blah blah blah, therefore silencing their soul's expression. So that's why I in this case, um I do this a lot with people in general. I just have a lot of love and unconditional love, peace, harmony, all the good stuff. But I guess I never really integrated it, and they're helping me integrate it. And I want to thank the dragons on this journey, because if it wasn't for them, my journey would probably be a lot more slower. And I know it's them. I know their energies, and like I know y'all have been really on top of this. I want to say you guys are doing awesome. You my family, and just know that if there's anything you ever need from me, you just call me up like, yo, I need you outside at the like, so just tell me if y'all need anything. I doubt you need anything from me, but just if you ever need anything, call me. Like, call me on my. I don't know. The song just popped into my head. Like, call me on my cell phone. Do 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 do. I don't know. That's so funny. Um, but on a serious note, I'm very grateful to the dragons, especially. And I have the same amount of unconditional gratitude for all of the beings that have helped me on my journey, both here in the corporal realm of this 3D dimension and other realms and other dimensions. Because we all played our part beautifully. I've been really meditating on like peace of mind, inner peace, happiness within, finding happiness within. Now, one of the things I've been kind of reminding myself is basically, for example, I was just lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this? Oh, so basically, what I was going with this was that it's different when it's in general, but when it comes to the business, I mean, wedding, I never had that peace of mind, that love. It was more like I would get really dark and depressed, right? So I'm seeing that slowly change, and I do know that once this is fully integrated, I don't feel like it's completely integrated. I can feel about 25% because it's over in this section here. I'm very sensitive to my body, so I can feel when there are new neural pathways working. And so I'm going to meditate on that and really bring those neural pathways and work them into the old ones and let them and basically I'm taking the old ones and reprogramming those. So it's like new ones into the old, but making the old new again by reforging it. It's kind of like, instead of, if that makes any sense, I'm probably not making much sense to you when it comes to that. Um, so yeah, I just noticed like another one thing that I also got to make a point on is I've been becoming more and more aware of when they talk about hard work, right? And I see, for example, like I talked to you guys about the tiny home, the same thing can be said for my business, my metaphysical store. I have to be patient, very hardworking. I have to advertise myself. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be taking um pieces of paper and then just sticking them up with tarot palm readings with my number. But I'm not going to do them on actual places of business. I saw some buildings that they look kind of like not abandoned, but they just aren't in use. So I can stick them on those, but I don't feel comfortable asking different store owners to advertise my business because I don't want them to think that I'm stealing their business. Um, so I have a plan on what I can do, and that's considered hard work as well. Hard working and advertising myself, putting myself out there. I can't really blame other people for me not advertising myself or not taking the initiative to advertise for myself, right? So there is that energy there. And yeah, so with that being said, I think that pretty much covers a lot of stuff that I've been really integrating and working on. It's been just such an amazing experience this month where I've seen like my brain or my inner child, if you will, choosing instead of going back into the old patterns that goes into the new. And that's what I've been consciously working on. And to see that manifesting into the subconscious, into my dreams, is really beautiful. Um, I've been working on feeling happiness, love, peace, joy, serenity, and tranquility, and expressing those from the heart energetically out through the body. And another cool thing is I was doing saying fa fa fa, which is a solfeggio frequency, I believe, related to 639. Let me look that up. Solfeggio frequency fa 639 hertz.
I found these results.
Hold on, that's not what I want. Do, 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 do. So 639 hertz is fa, or it says fa muli tuorum, which is a 639 hertz, stands for harmonious relationships, love, tolerance, communication. So I've been working with fa. I said it over and over, and I made sure that when I said fa, it would vibrate here. So it's like fa, and I could feel the vibration here. And then I guided the vibration. It's like, and I guided it to where it was like the part of my heartbeat was tapping, bumping against the fa, therefore creating even more like fa ba bum, and it would make this. I could feel like this rippling effect. So I got so in sync to where my whole body was vibrating, and so I personally feel, because I had a dream last night, and I think what they were trying to show me was that um I don't know what the plant was for, but it was like those grabbing plants that just they're like feeler plants and they just grab you. So his name is Fred. Oh my god, this plant is so beautiful. Mwah. Fred, you are so beautiful. Oh my god, this plant, I don't know how I knew his name was Fred, which I thought was interesting. And then I remembered I asked about that, and they were talking about Scooby Doo, and they showed me an image of the bat, and the bat being like unmasked. So they were, I guess, in a way, this isn't the full reveal of what I can do, because they were saying that I'm really good with plants. Like the spirit guide came in. There was one sitting on the bench. There was another one, female and a male. They were both sitting on this picnic bench, and they were talking about the moon. And I said, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but there's one there behind the trees, and there's a full moon right there. Um, and it just kind of reminded me of like a castle-like setting, except it looked like an inner neighborhood too. So it's really interesting because I jumped onto the ledge of the wall and I saw the forest. I saw like a weird statue of fountain and shrine and some gargoyles, but I didn't bother to step over the fence. Um, I don't know why. I think I just wanted to sit down and talk to someone because I was super upset. It's really weird. Very weird. Um, mm. So this is where was I going with this? So I feel like the full moon, I was hiding behind the trees, then the full moon being in the cloud. I think that they're saying that I'm gonna become this full moon energy. Um, Not full moon energy. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I'm gonna fully bloom, right? But I feel like these two full moons are very significant. No, so funny. So get this solfeggio frequency. Excuse me, solfeggio crystal singing bowl. For the fa frequency. Wow, it's just like you see what I'm saying. My phone just pulls up random shit. I don't think I can afford this, but this is just so funny because it's like the hell, like oh my god. Um, when is the next full moon?
Here is some information for what is the date of the next full moon?
Um,
According to Country Living magazine,
it's
when
Tuesday.
is the next full moon? According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, the next full moon.
When is the next full moon after August 1st, 2023?
Here is information from Royal Museums Greenwich.
Okay, so get this. The first full moon is a supermoon in August 1st, Sturgeon moon, right? And then, August 1st, the Sturgeon moon. And then that's the first one. The 31st of August is a blue moon, which is also a supermoon. So I found that to be very interesting because blue moons are very powerful. The term once in a blue moon, they're very rare, but they do happen. But a blue moon is just so beautiful and the energy. So I'd recommend on the 31st, you guys. It says that at 2:35 a.m. will be the it will be at its peak, and so I'm gonna put out my moonstones on those days to really have it supercharged, and maybe put out some amethyst and lephidolites and some other stones that I want to charge into the full moon for the femininity. Anyway, where was I going with this? So, like, I feel like the full moon energy is somehow like they're giving me a timeline from, and it's interesting because I felt like they were really close. These two moons were close together. So I wanna say that they were expressing to me. Actually, let me just ask them. Let me tune in and ask them what was the. Okay, yeah. So the moon that I was seeing is the first one that I saw was for August 1st, and then the other one was um August 31st. These two moons are energetic connected. Like they're both under the same portal. They're both the same, not same energies as in completely, but they both have the same. They're connected, is what I'm saying, and they were expressing to me because they called me over. I sat down, and then another dude came over and nodded his head. So they brought in this plant, right? And I get this: plants represent light because they chlorophyll, right? Plants are nature energy, so I think I'm gonna have a deeper understanding of plant magic, or at least communicating with plants. Because I talked to this plant, man. This dude, this plant. His name is Fred. I can't tell you how I know. It was like a telepathic knowing of like this dude. This plant was Fred, so I'm gonna call him by his name, Fred was so sweet and loving and kind. I just, just wow. I just wish I could give him a hug without hurting him. Because he's so like plant-like. So I don't want to squeeze the chlorophyll out of him. A joke. um. So yeah. Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to cover over. Now I don't fully understand the dream. I don't. I still have a little. I'm still deciphering it and whatnot. I think I recorded it on Facebook, my Facebook page. But it's just very interesting because I think something significant is going to happen during the month of August. And I asked about just now if this is connected to preparing me for the next third ayahuasca in September. And I'm hearing yes, because I'm letting go of a lot of different perceptions and old thoughts. And what they're showing me the ire is going to do is to basically fully solidify what we've been working on. And so it's going to solidify all the energy work that I've been working on letting go of and what I'm bringing in. So I think it's more of to solidify and fully ground in that energy. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I actually this fun fact, fun interesting thing that I actually experienced. So when I woke up, there was so much energy. I felt so light and like so much vibrational energy. I actually stored these into like multiple crystals, but there was so much auric energy from the energy work I did last night that I wasn't grounded. So what I did was I put all the extra energy into these crystals. I'm actually going to give this energy to some as an energetic exchange of energy. I don't know who I'm going to give it to, or if I'm just going to do a universal exchange, like a representation of I exchange this negative energy, so to speak, this negative way of thinking for this. So I could do that. I could just talk straight to the universe instead of going through these different beings. I think I'll try that. I'm interested to see how the energy working would go. Oh my god, I think I just thought of a really cool energy working that I want to try. So exciting. Anyway, sorry. The last thing I want to bring up before I go is I asked them about my channel just before coming here, about my YouTube channel. And I asked them, I noticed a lot of times I don't really talk about anything in particular about the spirit realm and the metaphysical. I mean, I have those videos, but I end up talking a lot about myself. And I asked if that was like okay. And what they showed me was that my journey is the reason why they wanted me to have this YouTube video is to record my journey. So not only I can look back and see how much I progressed, but to give people hope and to know that they're not the only ones that are struggling and working towards achieving their dreams, and to know that we're all not alone. We are striving to achieve something that we wish to create, and like to help people in a way, like for example my psychic gives extraterrestrials. I think in a way they explained it in a sense of like not just the physical aspects, but they want people to know that through me, I guess they use me, my journey, to let people know that you're not alone. You're not the only one. Um, you're not alone. There are many people that have the gift of communicating with extraterrestrials or had contact with our, I'm gonna say, star family, celestial family. Um, I actually asked about this, and I asked him in Ashtar. It's really cool. So I asked if I could call them the Celestial Race, and he was like, "Oh my God, that's such a beautiful name, right?" There we go. I just had to caught that spirit and then send off. Yeah, not a very nice energy. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna ask Torgra to do some energy work on my house. Anyway, I'll give those to Torgra. Hey, Torgra, I don't know how much it would energetically cost me to energy exchange wise, for you to clean. I stored a lot of energy into these two crystals, plus this one has some energy. And so I was wondering if you could take all that energy out, use it as you will, but I'm asking that my whole apartment, not just my apartment itself, but my whole apartment complex, every room, every nook and cranny of the aristocrat, be completely scrubbed clean. I want every nook and cranny cleaned, purified, cleansed, and then empowered with that healing energy, protection, and then love energy if that's something that you guys could work on. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, loves, and talk to y'all later. To the dragons. In Anyway, so they basically were saying that like there's a reason why I'm recording my journey here, and it's not just for me to look back and see how much I've grown, but it's to look back. It's I guess in a way it's like a guide. How I could the best word I can explain is it's more like I'm acting as a guide for say if someone was to come across a video of me where I'm down in the dumps, they can relate to that. You know, they know that they're not alone. Then they see me in the next video, be like, "Man, I just overcame this particular aspect that I was down in the dump spot." So it's like showing them that that they could do it too, and so I don't know if I'm making any sense with that, but um, there's a reason why I record my journey, and they don't want me to stop recording my journey on this YouTube. I know we have not done a lot of magical, occult, divine videos where we do channel messages and whatnot, but I think for the time being, I'm going to focus on myself these next few months, and then after my September Aya ceremony, I will start channeling again. Oh wait, no, I lie. I'm gonna probably start really getting back into it around not September. Whatchamacallit? January. God, I'm seeing the name, but I'm thinking September. Um, Maybe my guides are saying September of this year or next year that I'll get back into it. I don't know. I just know I've been really focusing on a lot of healing and releasing old. They're not old and they're not bad. They're just programs that I don't need anymore, and they just aren't matching what I want to create. So it's not like I'm getting rid of them. Like get the fuck out of here, throwing bottles. No, it's more like I love you enough that I can't have you anymore, and you need to go on your journey. You go and help someone else. Anyway, so much love, you guys. I want you guys to know that you're not alone in this journey. You are all like such beautiful, amazing souls. You're powerful warriors, shamans, healers. You're all of that. A bag of chips, kisses, hugs, and loves to all of you beautiful, amazing souls. Magical blessings. See you later.